Well, phase one of our storm is done. That's the snowfall from yesterday and last night. We'll take a look at some of the amounts. And now it's the wind that's going to be blowing the snow, creating blizzard conditions for many spots. Highest winds still to come on Friday. Looks like around the North Shore, some incredible wind speeds, but also hope of much warmer weather in sight. So snowfall totals were really highest in the Twin Cities, and then a little pocket along the North Shore, kind of no surprise. Twin Cities amounts generally were in the 4 to 8 inch range, but up along the North Shore, Tofte and Lutsen saw about a foot of snow. But the Twin Cities, some of the highest amounts, 7.4 picked up at the airport, and there were a few spots that picked up 8 inches. Most were around 5-6 inches of snow, and this is a smoothed out analysis that doesn't include the North Shore totals yet. This was through last night, but you can see kind of the bullseye right over the Twin Cities, and it's that very fluffy variety of snow. We talked about the ratios, though this was an 18-to-1 ratio compared to 8-to-1 last week, so a lot less water content. Wind chills this morning already reached the 40s below zero in southwestern Minnesota, and will do so again tonight into tomorrow. So that blizzard warning takes effect already this afternoon in western Minnesota, and then for the eastern part of the orange area or blizzard warned area this evening. Winter storm warnings for the Twin Cities, and it's not for falling snow, it's for the blowing snow, those near blizzard conditions, but probably not quite the blizzard criteria that we'll see to the west and south. So wind gusts this afternoon, over 30 miles an hour in southwestern Minnesota, sub-zero all day long today, with the exception of just into the Arrowhead, might be a couple degrees above zero. So a very cold day, and it's going to be cold again tonight. Not much in the way of snowfall, though. Some snow showers still closer to Lake Superior, and then we're going to see some light snow showers try to swing in from the north, it looks like, during the day on Friday. This will be very light stuff, pretty scattered, nothing really to worry about, but you might see a few actual flakes, but will be hard to decipher between the blowing snow. So back into the teens below zero for most of us tonight, probably just around 10 below in the Twin Cities proper, though. But with these winds, the wind chill is again going to be just crazy. We're talking wind chills 30 to 40 below zero once again, and that's what makes this situation particularly dangerous if you are driving, especially away from towns and in between areas, because if you break down, you know, what are you going to do with a 40 below zero wind chill? It's kind of interesting to trace this air mass too. So this is using NOAA's trajectory models. We can trace the air. Where was it 6 days ago? Well, northern Siberia via the North Pole into Alaska and the Canadian Rockies. So that's where this air came from. It is good old-fashioned pure Arctic air, in case you're curious. Feels like it. So winds picked up even more tomorrow. We're talking gusts 40 to 50 miles an hour in southern Minnesota. Some models still do push some of the wind gusts over 50 miles an hour, but the jackpot really looks to be the North Shore. Not just one, but 3 different models create wind gusts of 70 to 80 miles an hour potentially. Do I think that'll happen? It's hard to say. It's going to be hard to measure that too. There aren't many reporting stations along the North Shore, but either way, highest winds along the North Shore. And then the Arctic air departs to be replaced by much milder air that's going to stick around too. So if you can just hang on several days, we've got some warmer air on the way. Meanwhile, some clipper systems are going to ride the edge, the back edge of that cold air. The first one's Sunday night, so Christmas night, some light snow. Might see an inch or two out of that, of some very fluffy snow. And then another one Tuesday that might track a little more north. Some models have it a little further south, southwest. But either way, a couple of clipper systems next week as the cold departs. Highs by Wednesday, though, above freezing for the southern half of Minnesota. Think of how that'll feel after this. 20s to the north. And right now, very early look, but New Year's Eve might be mild, actually. And it looks mild into the first days of January, too. Not now, though. 4 below for the high, very cold right through the weekend, and then we will gradually be warming up early next week. Even 15 will feel pretty nice Monday, especially once we get rid of this wind. And then again, as I mentioned, some light snow showers Sunday night, and there's those 30s above zero Wednesday.